Hello, and welcome to the, the flipping and wholesaling houses in New York show. I'm Michael Pinter, and this is where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So, another one by request. So first, before we even start, if you like these videos, please click like. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe on YouTube. Please comment or give me any request for new topics that you need. This is by request, and I really am starting to run out of topics. So if you can request any topic on video you'd like me to cover, I'll be happy to do it. So today's request is how to find a hard money lender. So let's talk a little bit about what a hard money lender is and how the hard money lending industry has sort of changed through the years. So a hard money lender is a lender that's going to lend you on a property that you are going to rehab, that you're going to fix and flip. And through the years, that lending has typically been asset-based lending, which meant that they looked at the deal and they didn't really care about the borrower so much. But over the last 5 to 10 years, they've really focused more on the borrowers, and they've wanted to run credit on the borrower, and they want to see experience, borrower experience. Now, there is a good lender that I mentioned recently, RD Advisors. Maybe I'll put Steve Moskowitz's information below, who will lend in New York on your first deal and will not run you credit in New York either. But in general, it's pretty easy to find a hard money lender because there's a lot of them, tons of them. There are massive national lenders. I use Lending Home. There's Lending One. There's a lot of big lenders out there, and there are tons of smaller lenders, regional lenders too. We've had sponsors at our RIA with several lenders that have come, and there's a lot more that want to sponsor. So it's easy. I'd say literally put a hard money lender, how to find a hard money lender. You can Google it, and you can find some. They're everywhere. And now, what do they do? So they're going to lend you money. So what's the basic terms of what the hard money lending does? Hard money lending looks at a property that you're buying and wants to lend up to 60 to 70% of what the after repaired value is, based on the scope of work you're going to tell them you're going to do. So they don't want to lend more than 65 to 70% of what it's going to be worth. And they also usually don't want to lend 100% of the cost on the property. So they're going to lend, before COVID, they were lending 90% of the cost, plus they'll give you 100% of the rehab. And now that's less. So somewhere between 70 to 85% of the cost plus 100% of the rehab. Some places are basing it on your credit score. Some places are basing that, how much they lend you, on your experience level. But there are tons of lenders out there, tons. I mean, hundreds, thousands, there's a lot of them. And it's been a very, very profitable business for the last, 12, 13 years, 14 years, really. People that have bought things in 2007 and 8 and on, the real estate market's really done well. And most people that have bought properties to fix and flip have done really well. So the industry's done great, and a lot more people have gone into the industry. So it's not hard to find a hard money lender. If you need a hard money lender, you can drop me a line. I'll be happy. My phone number is below or above, depending on if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. I'll be happy to help you find a hard money lender. It's easy. My company actually does a little bit of lending here and there, if you're interested, but this is not a pitch for me. It's not really what I do. I do it just to help people that need it. But it's easy to find. So what are the terms of the loan? So again, before COVID, the rates were really going down. I mean, rates as low as 8%. In some situations. For many years, the rate really for a hard money loan has been somewhere between 10 and 12%, 10 and 14%. I think the first loan I ever took was 14%. I think I paid 6 points. So what's a point? Now that we're talking, a point is 1% of the loan amount. So if you're borrowing $300,000, each point is $3,000, and that is a fee that you're going to pay to the lender. So a typical hard money loan is, let's say, 2 points. That's standard. That's pretty standard. I paid 6 the first time because I don't know what I was doing. But that was as bad as that loan sounds, 14 or 16% with 6 points. It got me a deal, the first deal that I did, and it made me money. So I think it's not hard to find a hard money lender. I would advise that, looking at the light here is not that great. I don't know if it's me. Okay. It's easy to find a hard money lender. I would absolutely just Google hard money lenders. If you need help in New York, there's a lot of great lenders out here. I can probably direct you to 10 of them with ease. So drop me a line, hit a comment if you need a hard money lender. but understand that you're going to need some part of that money yourself. It doesn't have to be your money. You can borrow from somebody else. You can partner with somebody else, but you're going to need today, I would say, 15 to 20% of a purchase price for sure. And you're going to need closing costs. You're going to need to make monthly payments. It's pretty standard for most hard money lenders. They're going to ask for monthly payments. They're interest only. They usually give 1-year terms. So they want to get paid back in a year. If you need a little more time, they usually can extend it, sometimes for a fee. But basically, they want you to turn it and pay it off as soon as possible. Some lenders are asking for interest reserves. So they want like 3 months payments sort of held in their account just to keep them safe. That's something that's happened more since COVID started. And some are going to have interest minimums, so they want to get a minimum of 4 months payments. That's also pretty standard, or 3 months payments. Some have no prepayment penalties. They don't care if you pay them back in a week. These are all little things that you want to speak to your lender about, and really depends on your deal. Or if you have a deal where you need to buy a property and you may be able to sell it right away, you probably don't want an interest, prepayment penalty or an interest minimum, that kind of thing. But again, there's a million lenders out there. You can Google them. You can ask me. There's so many resources to find lenders. It's easy to find a hard money lender. The question is, if you're brand new, you have no experience, and or you have a credit that's not great, how many lenders are there that'll lend to you? And the answer is not that many, but I do have one. So maybe I'll put in the notes downstairs, below or above, Steve Moskowitz from RD Advisors. I think he's a great guy. I think that's it. So thank you again for all your comments. Keep them coming. This was by request. I want to get a lot more topics so that I don't run out of things to say. Because sometimes I start the show and I'm before I get to the show and I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? So please keep the comments coming. There are no stupid questions. I reply to comments right away, and if it's a topic for a show, I will definitely do it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.